welcome back to another episode of Day by Day Podcast, Halloween version or series, right? Halloween series?
Halloween edition.
Thank you. Edition. I'm Leslie.
And I'm Diana.
And today's topic, we're going to be talking about the Appalachian Mountains.
I heard both.
Yeah.
So
So before we started recording, I just wanted to make sure with Diana, because I was like, okay, how do you say it? Because I've heard both, like you said, both, and then the more I say it, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Appalachia?
Yeah, I think it is just Appalachia. That's what I've heard like more people say.
Appalachia. So it does have an N at the end, but I guess it's silence.
The N is silence. Don't say it. Shh.
Yes, don't say it. Pero this specific topic freaks the shit out of me.
Me too.
Like, just when I was doing my research here at the house, like, mind you, Luigi was in the other room. I was just here in the living room, just like watching videos and like listening and like reading. And I was freaking myself out. There's just so much. There's just so much that happens over there. And you know what's another crazy thing? I guess I would see these videos, but I didn't know it took place there. Like, I didn't know what, I guess, these mountains were, per se, until we decided to do a lot of these research. And then when I started, like I said, once I started looking at the videos, I was like, wait a minute, I've seen this. And I was like, what? That's creepy.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it went so far.
So far.
So long.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a mixture of a lot of things, whether it's weird creatures, aliens, or hauntings. Literally, it's a mix.
It's a mix of everything.
Yeah.
And it's just so crazy that the people who've lived there
and who still live there,
and how like it's like such a routine for them to do. So I guess before we get started on like talking more like about it, I guess I kind of wanted to go over like some rules that they have. Just like the people who grew up over there, and like, you know, the things that they do like to prepare for the night. I'm like, oh my gosh, like todo esto lo que tienen que hacer is so freaking crazy to me, because if not, like, they see stuff, they hear stuff, like, there's just a lot. So and again, maybe obviously we're not experts. We got all of our information from people who have shared like their experience and their rules that, you know, they grew up learning too. Everybody, it doesn't mean that everybody does this and stuff, but I mean, I would. So
just to be safe.
Yeah, the first rule is obviously don't be outside when the sun goes down. They say that as soon as, you know, it starts to set, that's when the people who grew up there, they know it's like it's time to call it a day, time to go back.
Like being in South Dallas.
If you hear a voice in the woods, no you didn't. If you see something, no you didn't. Don't whistle.
Yeah, don't whistle at night.
Don't whistle. If something is chasing you, do not run. I'm like, that's much easier said than done.
I know.
Because I feel like I would run. Apparently, they love it when you run. It becomes a game for it.
Yeah. But then what do you do? How do you get away?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to look for, because I saw that too. It says, if you hear it like chasing you, don't run at all. And I was like, so then what the fuck do you do?
What
Hide?
do you do? Yeah. Never leave the trail. And apparently, like, in all these trails, there's just so many like signs, obviously, to where to go, where not to go. There is I'll talk about it more later, but there is a sad story about a woman who like got off the trail and stuff. And another creepy thing, apparently, if you hear a voice, like if you hear somebody close to you, that means they're far away from you. But if you hear it from far away, that means they're right behind you.
Yeah, that means it's too late.
Girl, that fucking scared me. I was like, what do you mean? So what do I do there? I can't run?
I know.
No.
Just tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll.
away.
See. And I've seen like videos of like I was saying the routines. I've seen videos of like people like closing all their doors, locking it, and these people don't have like 1, 2 locks. These people have locks like from the top to the bottom locks.
That's crazy.
And then todas las casas allá son de varias windows, and you just see like them closing all their curtains. You're not even supposed to look at outside.
Like, I get having windows, wanting to look at like the pretty trees outside and the sky.
Mm-hmm.
But why you gotta have so many windows?
Yes. And another thing that I noticed, they didn't point this out. It's probably nothing, but this is one thing I did notice. Pero I mean, now that I'm gonna say it, it does make sense. Pero majority of the people of their curtains allá son bien oscuras. Bien oscuras.
Like blackout curtains?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Para que no se vea afuera and stuff. Because, girl, whatever those things are, they come to your freaking door knocking so hard. They mimic voice that you know.
Yes.
The pinche Oli, you
my
scared
God.
me.
She scared me too.
Oli. Girl, they mimic. That scared me. They they'll make it sound like it's a woman, like in danger. They'll make it sound like.
Why is she crying?
Oli, wait a minute. You don't know that person. Sorry. I know, like, we're both like, hello?
Yeah, because I was like, before she started, she barked. I was about to say, I've seen videos of people like where they're recording, hearing stuff, and you just hear the outside going, "Hey,
Yes.
let me in."
Yes. And it gets aggressive.
Yeah.
It gets so aggressive, and then the way they try to like open the doors, like, I'm like,
they can't open it.
no.
I wonder what happens if you do open it. Does that mean that you're allowing it in?
Yeah, I'm guessing. I saw a video that freaked the shit out of me about so esta puerta it was one of those glass ones, like, that you can see outside.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
molesta?
yeah,
Like
but like at the door.
Yeah.
And like you could see like there was it looked like a lady just standing there and like kind of like licking the door.
Ew.
I know.
Ew.
I know. It's creepy. But again, whatever it is in the woods, like they always try and like, especially at night times, like people hear like a woman like crying, screaming for help, or even like a baby cry, like trying to like get you to go.
Yeah. Another video I saw was of a girl and her friend driving. Their car kind of stopped, and she went out because they could hear. Or no. She went out to like check her car, and she started like recording it, and you can hear, "Hey, hey," and she continued acting like she didn't hear anything, and then she got in the car and she was talking to her friend. She's like, "Yeah, I think it's okay. Let's go ahead and go."
Yeah,
because if you acknowledge it,
yeah, and that's what they say. If you think you heard something, no, you didn't. If you think you saw something, no, you didn't. And it's just and that's what makes it creepier. It's just the fact that all these people who live there are so like como que they're used to it. It's just part of their life. Because apparently the mountains are very, very pretty, and the trees and the nature apparently is all beautiful.
Yeah.
Pero no, and apparently a lot of people who go and visit the mountains, a lot of people who live there get very frustrated with tourist people because they do a lot of things that they know they're not supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Because at the end they're the ones who are leaving, and then the people who live there have to deal with this stuff.
Yeah. But
there is a short case about I didn't get her name. I did see it, but it was an old lady who went on this trail, and she's been wanting to do this for like, it's part of her bucket list. So she does it, and then she gets off the trail, and then she goes missing. So she sends a message to her husband telling him like, hey, like, I went this way, I took this turn, I'm lost, if you could send help, that, like asking her husband. But the message never went through because there was no signal. Hasta yo creo que hasta después que cuando la encontraron, because days went by and they think that her body was there for like 26 days. But yeah, and a lot of people have claimed that there's witches, like bad witches that live allá and stuff. And
como México en los cerros. Como México en los cerros.
Que dejan como signs that they've been there, like like those
Blair
designs
Witch.
that they make. Yeah, like the Blair Witch.
Oy. I know the thing is that the Appalachian Mountains, or that it goes on like, apparently it's 2,200 miles, and it stretches from Georgia to Maine.
Yes, I didn't know that.
14 states.
Yes, I saw that.
And I was just like, oh, I thought it was just in one area.
Me too.
But apparently people can actually hike that entire thing. So they'll hike, camp, they'll do that. And a lot of people that have done that, they either don't last, go missing, or they say that they see and hear a lot of things, including like lights in the sky. The Brown Mountain Lights, and it's strobing lights in Blue Ridge Mountain in North Carolina. So those lights have been happening since like the 1890s. And in 1810 was the first time that it was ever documented, like officially. So people knew more about it in the 1920s, and that's whenever people started believing more in aliens, because it was just the lights.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was my shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm old.
No, Diana, no. You young girl.
Oh, también the alien crash in West Virginia. This was in 1952. I think they called it the Flatwoods Monster. A group saw shining light in the sky, which they followed and found a crash site, and they saw glowing red light behind the wreckage and a 10-foot creature levitating. Yeah, the U.S. Air Force, they looked into it, but supposedly nothing came from it. Yeah.
I don't always believe that.
I know.
I feel like they know a lot.
For sure. I mean,
they know a lot.
Remember, like, what was it, last year or 2 years ago?
When the government was saying about aliens?
Yeah, they were like, oh yeah, aliens exist. Here's the video.
Yeah.
And we were all like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know.
Thanks a lot.
I know.
Oh. I mean, también como tú dices, the disappearances, hasta...
There's a lot of people who have gone missing.
Yeah.
Or people that they found, like, muertos.
Yeah, like
without
somebody...
explanation.
Yeah.
And, like, the way they're found makes no sense.
Yeah, there was a double murder in 1980. A guy named Chef Hood and a woman named Molly Law. I think that was her last name. So Jeff was shot and Molly was stabbed. Yeah. Girl, I wrote down a lot. There's
just so much. There's just a lot of stuff, and then it's crazy how, like, so much of it's captured and stuff. I don't know if you've heard about the quote, not a deer. Have you heard about that?
The Wendigo?
Yeah.
I wrote down a lot about that too.
Did you write about the
Yes.
Not a deer?
Yes.
So it's a creature that looks like a deer from far away, but the closer you get to it, the more things that you start to see wrong with it. It can be multiple antlers, eyes in front instead of the side. That's creepy. And then another walking on his hind legs and stuff. And you know, they do say that, you know, like deers do like get up to like, you know, to eat or whatever, like to grab stuff, but they seen these deers, quote deers, just like walking on their hind legs.
Oh no.
And then there was a video I did see about a girl. I think it was two girls who were riding late at night, and they came with not a deer, because it was acting very weird, like, you know, deers, like when they see, like they freak out and they stay still and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this one was like kind of like like swinging like that. It was like not acting like normal, or it didn't even like leave. Like the girl got off like the car and everything, and she was recording it. And then the other girl, you can hear her say like, no, like so get back in the car, get back in the car, this is not a deer. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, whenever I was looking into that, they were saying like the differences between an S walker and that. So,
oh yeah.
And an S walker is,
I almost said it.
Yeah, it's like a witch, you know.
Yes. Yes. So that's another thing. I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that is another thing. I did see that it's different than a native one. So
supposedly, like, they're both native beliefs, but one is Navajo and I forgot what the other one is.
The other one, the other one's just black magic. The skinwalker. Oh, from from the mountains.
Yeah. So, the Navajo S walker belief is that, you know, it's a witch and they take the skin of the thing, or the like the person or the animal. But this one, the one that's, you know, the Wendigo, that one
that one, I don't know if you wrote this down, but apparently it takes the form of objects as well.
I don't know about objects. I wrote down so Wendigo supposedly is formed from a person who practiced cannibalism. Because they were starving, like they were in the woods starving, hunting. They had their friend or their, you know, their family member, whatever, and they ended up eating them out of starvation. So then after that, they turned into that, like they were forced to, you know, turn into that creature, but that they can mimic calls or screams of a human or animal.
Yeah. And also apparently it can it also comes as an invisible force. Yeah. That calls out to people or follows them. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you
but
think
yeah,
that they're in the fourth dimension? I'm just trying to find explanations.
I don't know, but yeah, I did see that, you know, they're that is black magic and stuff. And man, and again, there's just so many videos out there, and it's just so scary. Like, you know, people have captured like these things just like walking, and it's just
O también los ojos.
Yes.
Just reflecting in the light.
Yes.
I think, when did we mention this? I know that we mentioned this in one of our other episodes, where like with animals, anytime you reflect a light at their eyes, like it'll give a reflection, you know, like an animal. So whenever you see creatures like that are huge, that have reflecting lights in their eye.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's creepy.
That is creepy. I did see another video of a guy who in his backyard, he heard something, and he goes to the back, and like he's like yelling out like to whatever it is, and like, mind you, his backyard is like open, like there's no like fences, nada. It's like literally like the woods. And you can like see a freaking figure, like the big figure, like his arms are like touching the ground, just like walking by it.
Have you seen the movie? I think it's called The Ritual, but it's
the one on Netflix.
Yeah,
that one's creepy. Is that where it is?
I think. Well, the thing is that like movies, they've made like creature movies, that kind of have creatures that resemble that.
Mm-hmm.
But also, what another thing that I was reading was that supposedly a lot of them don't have antlers.
Mm.
But then I was like, wait, but it's supposed to be a deer-like creature, you know? And
Yeah.
like most deers do have.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know where the antlers came from, but a lot of times, like whenever they take videos, you can see the antlers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I think it's a ritual. I can't remember what the name is, but it's a story of like a group of friends that they lost one of their friends, you know, in a shooting, and they decided to go hiking
in honors of him, right? Because it's something that he wanted to do or something like that. Yeah.
And then after that, like on the way back, they saw that it was getting dark soon, so they're like, no, we're not going to make it if we take the normal way. We're just going to cut through the forest. And that's whenever they started seeing a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, parece el creature así, like long and tall con the antlers.
Yes. And that house where they stayed the night. Man, you're making me want to watch that movie tonight again. It's a very good movie.
It is.
It's like, and honestly, man, that's scary to think like that. Stuff like that actually does happen, you know. There's just so many stuff that we don't know, and like those woods are like freaking huge.
Hell, even the caves, like the cave systems, there have been so many disappearances. Or si has visto some story, or there was a story of a family who went hiking, and like they were supposedly playing hide and seek. And the dad said that he just took his eyes off of his daughter, like for like a minute, like a split second. And she had disappeared and they couldn't find her ever again. Yeah. They don't know where she is. They thought that she fell. So they decided like keep looking. No, could never find her. Yeah.
That's creepy. That reminded me of that movie Witch.
Yeah, when
the sister was like playing with the baby, and like for like a second she's closing her eyes and then looks. Girl,
I know
those witches run fast.
You see,
they run fast.
Oh my god!
What?
My computer just glitched. And then a little notification said that SIRI is not available. I can't say her name because if I do, I'm gonna trigger her. Yeah.
Girl, I'm telling you. And this girl's making me nervous. My cat she doesn't do this a lot.
She never gets close to me.
No.
She went in between my legs.
Yeah, she keeps doing that.
Yeah.
She keeps going through my legs too. Pepper ran.
She said, I'm protecting y'all.
I'm giving y'all my good juju. No, pero like I was telling you in the last one, it's just so crazy how, you know, it's not like one person to people. It's like the people who live there. It's just like they experience
in all states.
Yes. And how they're so used to it and stuff. And how, you know, like I said, if like they're knocking, especially at nighttime, they know not to go to people's houses at nighttime. Like, you know, like they know like everybody just go home. If they're knocking, do not open it. Do not acknowledge it. Pretend you don't hear it. It's just crazy.
Oh, I know. It kind of got me thinking because I know that it stretches up to Maine. And it got me thinking of like It and like Pennywise and stuff like that because they're like, that's based in Maine. Isn't most of his stories based in Maine?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wonder what he's seen.
I know. That's true. Pepper Ann. Here she comes again. But yeah. Would you ever go?
I don't know. I want to go to Massachusetts, but
I always want to go to Maine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to Salem. I've been watching a whole bunch of vlogs of like girls visiting Salem for like 24 hours and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. Ahorita y en Denton tienen decorado todo like Halloween stuff.
Oh, really?
It looks like, it literally looks like Halloween town.
Oh.
Yeah, it's cute.
That is so cute. I love how we went from talking
I
to
know. We're just trying to make ourselves feel better.
I know.
And hopefully Meme, if he listens to this, he's not listening to this
while he's at work.
Yeah.
I know.
Because that shit look creepy.
That stuff is creepy.
Oh.
But yes, girls. Yes, guys. I mean, if you ever go or decide to go or, you know, decide to hike, just remember like the rules, remember what to do. And
Apparently, I had written the rules too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at us.
And it says never run, walk out safely and
Yeah.
calmly to avoid them getting into hunting mode.
Yes.
But like, what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there was another thing too. So, oh god, I really don't want to say it, but
Say it.
but mimics.
Mm-hmm.
There's been so many mimics like inside of people's houses.
Yes.
And what I noticed is that like the majority of the people live like in that area. God, fucking Mario scared me.
That scared me too.
Mario, shut up.
Everybody's scaring us right now. This doesn't happen often, guys. Like, this doesn't happen, like, where we get interrupted. I don't like it, Diana.
I know. And see the moment that I said mimic.
The moment, like, that especially this topic.
Yeah, so people say that eventually like they learn how to live with it, but a way that they were able to differentiate whether it's, you know, the actual person or the fake one is because it sounds like a loop, or it sounds como cuando tienes the volume on your TV like on low, and like you can hear him talking, but it sounds kind of like low and muffled.
Yeah.
Que si se escucha like repetitive, because you know whenever you speak, even if I say hey Leslie, that it won't sound like that. It'll sound repetitive, like hey Leslie, hey Leslie. Yeah.
Hell no. Oh, that's creepy.
I don't know what I would do if something ever tells me hey. Fuck no.
I'm not answering.
I know. But like, what do you do in that
I
situation?
know, especially because it's in
How do
your
you
house.
kick it out?
Because it's in your house too.
You're not allowed in.
I know. So if you ever hear voices,
No, you didn't.
no, you didn't. Do not answer. Because that has been a lot. That a lot of people say you're not supposed to answer, because once you answer, that's it. They got you.
Yeah. Which is weird, because in a lot of religions they say that you can only allow something in, like you can only welcome them. Yeah. But with a lot of these things, it's either acknowledgement or just opening something, and it's like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah. Damn.
Como los Dybbuk boxes.
Yes. You see?
I was eventually that video came up too, and I was like, oh, what am I watching?
I know. But all right, guys. Well, stay safe out there.
And be careful what you give energy.
Be careful what you welcome in. Be careful who you respond to.
For sure.
Man. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Our last one.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one's gonna be our Halloween stuff that happened on Halloween.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Bye. Bye.